tonight, ain't drunk. I kind of knew.
You are listening to the Doug Stanhope Podcast.
The potato peelings in the sink did not turn into vodka as I had hoped. I only start to need a drink after the liquor stores have closed. I heard you changed your name again, but don't you change your hair. It was the only thing I liked about you in the end. La la la.
It's probably the fan, but it sounded like bugs. It sounded like crickets in the distance.
Windows open right there.
Yeah, no, but I like that. I like that ambient noise of fucking. It's monsoon season in Bisbee. Fucking amazing downpours. We went to the Bisbee Blue game last night, and it was probably my favorite game I've ever watched because it lasted an inning and a half. We were up 3-0, and the monsoons came in such a violent fashion that even when the Lightning started hitting close, the ball players that were they'd already come off the field, but they ran from under the stands into the dugout, like downstairs into the locker rooms. They didn't even want to be under the roof. And we just sat there, kept chanting, Bisbee Blue, Bisbee Blue, Bisbee. Half an hour after the game's been called, we're still the only people drinking in the stands. There was a puddle. Home plate was under like a lake. You couldn't even see it. Bisbee Blue, Bisbee Blue.
They're trying down there.
Yeah, no, the fucking team is fantastic, and it's a lot of fun. Occasionally, it gets to be too much pressure where they like, hey, if you guys don't come down, no one's going to be there, and they all suck. It's the worst fucking... I stopped heckling the other team at one game before that last tour, and I just started heckling how shitty our audience was. Like there's no, like, just corpses of straggler walkers. They have fucking walkers for the other 8 people that would be there if we didn't show up. And then I feel like it's my fucking responsibility. Like, I want to go there to be entertained. I'm not supposed to be the entertainment.
All of a sudden it's work for you.
Yeah. And then you feel bad because they come over to the house and go, you guys coming down tonight? We could really need a boost. We're in second place and we're playing our rival. And like, I just get off the road. I can't fucking drink like that every night. Baseball's only fun. The old Simpsons episode where Homer quits drinking and is sitting in baseball going, well, I never realized how boring this game is. You have to drink at baseball. Good thing is you can smuggle in your own beer. It's too late for me to be talking about this because the next game there's only 2 home games left, Friday, Saturday, July, whatever, against our big rival, the dreaded Douglas Diablos. So, yeah, we're going to beat the fuck out of those games Friday, Saturday. I don't even know what date today is. There's this World Cup final. Fucking Germany. Deutschland über alles. As the thunder crackles in the background. World Cup was fucking fantastic to the point where Chaille and I are going to start watching MLS. It'll probably be short-lived, but we have our favorite teams. I'm a Portland Timber man through and through, and I will have fisticuffs with anyone who says anything bad about the Portland Timber.
Well,
Timber!
That's their record. Timber!
Yeah, I guess they suck, but I'm glad about that. I don't want to walk in picking a favorite.
Well, we both picked based on cities. We didn't look at the standings.
Right.
And then I just picked Seattle because my brother's out there and I've lived out there, and I thought, hey, I know the area.
You just happen to pick the best team in the league.
Turns out, number one.
And we'll be watching that game in about an hour and a half. Chad Shank is with us today
Hello.
on a tear, on a rare trip out. Chad Shank's moods go with the moon. Can I go out without killing people? I feel good this weekend. I'll come out for some World Cup, so long as the game's over when I get there.
It's more random than the moon, I'd say.
More random, but as unlikely as a full moon.
Super moon.
Oh, that's right. We just had a super moon.
Harvest moon.
Maybe that's what's going on.
So last we left you in the podcast world, we had just finished up that West Coast leg of the Last Gasp tour, and we were on our first days of vacation in Montana. And then what the fuck did we do?
Well, the last one was at Bozeman Inn, where we had the Mexican restaurant, and
We went to Wyoming.
yeah, and we were on a kind of loose, but we had certain dates we had to be somewhere, but we didn't have to be anywhere.
Bingo had to be places.
Bingo had to be
Bingo filmed a video. It looks fucking awesome.
Amazing.
I want to use. Oh, you saw the footage?
Multiple times.
I want to use
like
that
it.
guy for my next. I was saying, why can't a comedy special look like this? Why do they all have to look? Why can't you have that kind of fucking artsy look to? And I don't know. I never know the nomenclature to say, well, it should look like this.
But what did he say when you asked him that?
He said he's in. He's in for anything. He lives in fucking Riverton, Wyoming.
Yeah.
I go, how does someone that's this good at film live in the fucking middle of nowhere?
Well, he works at the university.
And it's Whiskey Girl, who, if you know the podcast, it's her brother-in-law, her sister and brother-in-law wanted to do a video for this unfinished song that Whiskey Girl had no lyrics to. She's just humming and
Beautiful
playing.
song.
So go ahead.
Wait a minute. If Only I was also done by them.
Oh yeah, if you look up
So-
the
dancing video.
yeah, that
Yes.
fucking I have no emotions. I'm like, yeah, I'm a dead person, but that video fucking makes me cry. And her mother made us watch them doing a live acoustic at Christmas in the living room of that song.
Shit.
Straight off the
It was like pop-up video. She kept telling us little tidbits. This is when I put the turkey in, and listen to them all sing. And they were doing these.
we had just
wonderful
shown
things.
up at Whiskey Girl's mother's place in Sheridan, way outside of Sheridan, Wyoming, some ranch in the middle of fucking nowhere. It was beautiful and they were fantastic. But we showed up and we were joking and brought beer. And she goes, I don't want to dwell on this, but I want you to watch this. This is afternoon sober with people I don't know.
Yeah.
And fuck if I was like choking down tears. It sucked shit. But then I went out and just mocked them openly about their dead daughter. And we got along fine.
That's the way to do it. You hit it right on the head with the artistry of like that video that Bingo was in. I don't usually give a fuck. I don't notice. I don't notice if things are artsy because I don't give a fuck enough. But that I was moved by that. I recognized the.
But you and someone else noticed shit that were accidents that you thought were symbolism. There was 2 crosses in the back. They filmed in a landfill in Sheridan, Wyoming.
Well,
Which was good symbolism in itself.
they made us say landfill. It's a fucking dump.
Fucking dump.
Yeah.
So, but at some point, someone caught in the background on a distant hill are 2 crosses that weren't supposed to be part of it. And then you saw there was a weed plant.
In the opening shot, there's a big bud of weed.
What?
Is the very first thing that you see. And I asked Bingo, is that weed? No, it's just weeds that were in there.
No,
Oh,
it was
it's
fucking weed.
Yeah.
So Bingo's actually writing the lyrics because it was only half written out when Whiskey Girl died, and so Bingo's going to write the lyrics and perform the thing. And they filmed the video, and I think that September she's going to New Orleans to record it.
Yeah.
So we did that in Sheridan. Fantastic time with the mom.
Well, we also stayed at the hotel that you first met.
Met Whiskey Girl
Yeah.
at. It's a lot.
I don't know. I can cut that out. I
No,
just
no,
didn't
you
know
don't
if I
have
was
to
gonna
cut it out.
Add something.
But yeah,
to it.
if you heard the first cliffhanger podcast, so we stayed in that hotel, and met her mom and dad, who are just brilliantly fucking cool. Like, I'm like you. I don't want to meet new people. I feel I'm, especially people who don't know me from comedy. I feel like I'm going to be a huge letdown to everyone. But her mom's she's a drinker. So, yeah, we were pounding back immediately. Spirit. Yeah, she's a goofball. The entire family are as goofy as Whiskey Girl was, except the dad, who is stoic, but was by the end of the night, he hates everybody. He hates everyone. I can't believe it. He loves Tracy, Chaille's girlfriend, Tracy, with orange hair. He'd be the kind of, what's wrong with your hair?
He's a bull roper. He's a guy. As soon as we got there, he shook our hands and went out to the barn. And just like I think he was just like kind of coming to terms with there's people on my property. Yeah. And then as we're leaving, he's like, now you understand, you and Tracy are welcome back here. Just passing through. You come on in. And I'm like, I was afraid of staying there. We had our backup plan. We got a hotel. No, there's not room for us here. And at that night, we're like, well, what the fuck? I
told Tracy beforehand, I go, we're getting a hotel anyway. Yeah. But I know as soon as we show up, we're going to think, fuck, we should have stayed here. Outside of something Chester, I don't know. Ranchester, yeah.
Because of the silver spur.
Her mom, Whiskey's mom told me the first day we were there, she's saying, "Oh, have you seen the garden?" Because we get the Vitamix and we're juicing, and she goes, "Oh, we got fresh vegetables in my garden." You know, I poured out Amy is Whiskey Girl's name. I poured out her ashes in there. I turn to everyone else. I go, wow, I guess we are having the whole family for dinner. It was funny at the time.
Well, it's funny here.
So then we went to Lander, Wyoming, which is about the size of Bisbee, a little bigger, like 8,000 people there. And the fireworks were... I have never seen anything in my life, and I've been in a lot of places for 4th of July traveling, where it was like nonstop fireworks. Just everyone in the town, every yard around you, just started blowing off fireworks. First thing, we woke up at 11 a.m. for the parade / we'll be in the bar near the parade watching World Cup. And then we went home and we're staying at Bingo's friend's family's place. And it was just nonstop firework, literally nonstop. Ba, 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 Tet offensive. Ba, 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 firefight for fucking 12 solid hours. When it finally got dark, then they bring out the big shit after it just sounds like...
The mortars. They got the ones that go down in the sleeve and it's got a real long fuse and you hold it by the end of the fuse and lower it down, and it goes poof. 250.
This is literally everybody's backyard.
That's what I was going to ask.
Everybody.
Is this not the official fireworks show? This is just everybody's backyard going.
That's what they said. They go. Nice. Some people go out to the rodeo grounds to watch the official ones, but you don't need to because everyone's fucking every neighbor. We sent the girls out to buy fireworks, and we gave them like $150, and they came back and they said. Everyone else was spending like $800 to $1,000. $145 of what we got. You couldn't hear the shit you're watching that you're lighting over your neighbor's fucking cannons.
They picked I think the guy at the stand goes, here we go. We're going to offload the ground bloom flowers and the snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
to have sparklers, ladies.
Never send chicks to buy fireworks. Spend $150 on the one thing.
And these guys at the fireworks stand, they were buying, from what the girls were telling me, these people were walking up and just like, give me this, give me that. And it was, it was the 0 hour.
But they were saying people save up through the entire year just to buy.
All of this is so foreign to me living in the desert where you can't get fireworks and shouldn't be able to get fireworks at all. But
yeah, Wyoming, I guess, goes year by year. It depends on how much rain they have. They'll ban them completely or otherwise. It was open season when we were there. Lander, Wyoming, big fucking shout out. It was a fantastic 4th of July.
It went till 2 a.m. That intensity went at least until midnight, and then people still kept going until
I passed out before they passed out. Yeah. Like, it was still just Yeah.
It was something else.
Anything else happen weird there? I don't think so.
No, we found
Worst sushi ever.
That bar, that B&B bar.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a smoking bar.
Slice of
Fucking
1970.
You called me from some bar in Wyoming. You probably don't remember.
The bar we went to next was the best for me. The best part of vacation is in Evanston, Wyoming. We went. We were going to Salt Lake to drop off Tracy. We had a day or two to kill. So we stopped in Evanston, and back in the early days of tribble gigs when I was starting out, you're playing like Red Lion lounges. There was one in Evanston, Wyoming, which is on the Utah border. And I go, I think I'll remember it. And we kept seeing the signs for the Best Western. It's in my top 5 favorite day drinking bars. Turned out it was not the same place that there was the tribble gig.
Oh, it wasn't.
No, because that guy we were talking to next to me.
Oh, okay.
He's like, no, that's the Weston. And we were at the Best Western. It was the Weston because he had lived there his whole life and he remembered when they used to do comedy. Because in Evanston, Wyoming, if you've lived there your whole life, you remember when something happened once. But it was the Best Western where we ended up staying is... I like to make lists of my favorite day drinking hotels / motel bars where you can get shit faced and then stumble to your room in a cool place. And number 1 is the Tiki Bar at the Thunderbird Hotel. Have we already done this on a podcast?
Yeah, I think you did an article for a magazine too.
Oh, no, it was if I brought it up on the podcast, you know what? You're going to hear a lot of shit over and over again.
But
I don't remember.
You just added Best Western.
Yeah,
after
no, it's
being
always
there.
been the Jupiter, which we also hit. We've talked about in
Icky Woo
Portland.
Woo's in St. Pete, Treasure Island.
St. Pete, Treasure Island.
Florida. And then Jupiter Hotel, the Doug Fur
Yep.
Lounge. And I don't know.
This is in the top 5.
But you just added it, though.
I know.
Right?
I'm
That's-
adding it now
that's
because
worth mentioning.
it's a 1-level motel. Chad, you know, we like to back up the fucking van to the motel room door and only have to unload 4 feet. No luggage cart bullshit. Fucking bellhop. Fuck you, bellhop. I want to back my shit up to a 1-story motel.
Quick getaway with your cache of Bibles.
Oh yeah, we should bring up the Bibles too. Bar within 20 yards, and this bar we were watching Netherlands. My team, Netherlands, orange,
Third place.
3rd place, nice. And the fucking Brazilian tears you brought out again. We thought they were fucking dry. We thought they were drained after Germany beat them fucking 7-1. But no, they had a couple tears left to shed when the fucking beautiful Dutch Mikey, I love you. It's all for you, baby. It's my girl in Amsterdam. Put your change your thumbnail back to that old one. That's the picture I'm in love with. But anyway,
Best Western.
so not only do they have fucking World Cup on, but it's an off-track betting.
Oh, shit.
So during World Cup, if the game gets a little slow, there's fucking 5 different horse tracks on
ponies.
TV. Yeah, you're picking ponies, drinking all day. That's the Best Western in Evanston. So yeah, meet me there. We'll drink and play the ponies.
And dogs. They had
They had
ponies
dogs
and
too.
dogs.
All of which are boring. Soccer, which I've grown to love. Still, it's the final was today. It was 0-0 going into fucking overtime, and late in the second 15-minute overtime period, Germany finally scores a goal, and we fucking came out of our seats like it made it all worthwhile. And I call it tantric sports now. Just don't come. Just worthless fucking. But when you finally come, Doucheland.
Doucheland.
Douche.
Yeah, Doucheland.
I have a feeling a lot of your top 5 places include the guy that can tell you, like you said, that Circle K used to be a 7-Eleven. Like the local guy that fucking
No,
knows
we were actually
everything that happened.
we were actually sitting with a guy that there were two guys when we walked in, and I'm like, oh fuck, they're doing off-track betting. They're gonna be pissed if we ask them to turn one of those TVs to World Cup because it's fucking Wyoming. They're gonna suck. Well, they had a weird thing where they have a local track outside. And if the track is running live, they can't bet. So these guys are all pissed off they can't bet. So we can put on World Cup. Until that track closes, they can't do any. It's like the blackout rule.
Right.
They can't show the local. If the Cardinals don't sell out the fucking stadium, then it's a TV blackout. So it's kind of that deal.
They
But
show the games, but the OTB window isn't open. So really, there was no one in there. But the bar was like everything was happening. It's just no one was in there. Can't bet.
So they let us watch World Cup, and as soon as that was over, the fucking track closed. But that guy recognized me. He goes, "You're a comedian," and he was like a wicked Nelly, but he's living in Wyoming. He's from Orange County, but he's this fat queen. But like,
what's a Nelly?
Nelly queen fag, gay.
All right.
Sorry, fags. God damn it. I get that. Fucking Todd Glass put that in my head that it's bad to say, and now I don't say it. He's a gay person of homosexuality.
I understood right away.
Yeah.
I sat next to him all day. I didn't know it.
That guy, when he started talking about how he used to show dogs, so he knows Yuma and El Centro and...
Wait, he said he showed dogs?
Yeah.
You didn't know he was gay?
I thought he was betting on the Greyhounds. I thought he knew about dogs. I thought he was an inside guy.
Yeah, he's figuring out how to primp their hair so they're...
He wasn't betting on them. He was checking out new styles.
Yeah.
He was shaving around their assholes so they would fare better with the judges.
All right.
Yeah.
Nelly, gotcha.
Taking a note for my... and then we drifted down, dumped off your baggage, your wife at Salt Lake, and then that's the thing. Here's the thing, because we stayed. I fucking love the Hyatt Place. They're always overpriced. Shut it. Sorry, that's my dog. Hyatt Place is my favorite hotel if I had to choose one.
Like a regular chain.
Because they're always the same. They're wicked IKEA. They have huge TVs with pay movies, which are weirdly more and more rare.
Hit and miss.
Yeah,
really.
trying to get fucking... That's the only time I actually watch kind of recent movies is in a hotel. Hyatt Place has them, but they're always wicked overpriced. And that bar that they have it's kind of like a...
It's almost like a Starbucks.
If you're in a shitty terminal in an airport where they have sandwiches that are pre-made, and then you could get a beer, and you could sit and drink it there, but it's not really a bar. There's a counter that you go, and this seems like I'm bothered because the counter is also at the other end of the U of where the front desk is at one end of the
Drinking in the waiting lounge.
Yeah, you're drinking at the
about.
front desk, basically. There's a long front desk. And you're at one end of it, drinking a beer out of a...
The gal pulling the sandwich out of the cooler for you and getting your beer is also checking in guests.
Right. It doesn't have that hotel bar feel. But I got it just knowing we're close to the airport to get Tracy out. They have a shuttle, and they have food and a bar, so we don't have to drive. Night off. We're getting fucked up. Check in, get all our shit in, empty out the entire fucking van, which you know, Chad, has a lot of shit in that van, especially after the tour with all the thrift store garbage we've collected. And they say, the machine is down. The computers are down, so they can't sell food or alcohol. Only because they can't take cash.
Can't charge for it.
It's so fucked up. You can't just you would rather lose money because, again, a corporation, Mr. Hyatt Place isn't in the back room going, we're losing money. I got kids to feed. Yeah, it's just people like, there's no button to push, so you can't eat or drink. Like, fuck you. That's why I booked this place. So, and always do this. Complain very politely, because if you can make like a decent person contact with that other person, that person doesn't give a fuck if Hyatt Place makes money. The person who answers the phone at Expedia doesn't give a fuck if Expedia gets a cut. So complain and get your fucking money back, but do it reasonably. Don't be an asshole to that person, because that's how you can fuck the corporations until Mr. Hyatt Place gets down there with boots on the ground. Go, listen, you know what? It's just really unfair because we really did book this just because we want to be able to, we're having a wrap party for our big tour as though we're someone special. And now there's no food or drink. And so we ended up getting, we had 2 nights because we get a second night for Tracy because she had an 8 p.m. flight. We got the fucking
booked on Expedia. You gotta put that in
got
there.
a free room and all the free food and booze we wanted, because if they're giving it to us free, they don't need a button to push.
No booze, but that was the one thing they said.
Oh yeah, no booze.
We can't give you the
Utah.
booze because we have to charge for that because everything is measured and counted and checked against what's sold.
Utah is like the UK with the measured pour.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we did get all the food that we wanted. Like we just had to go down and pick it up from there. They would pull it from the cooler.
I don't know if we've ever brought this up.
Because you logically complained that there was no argument that they could offer that.
Had we known,
right?
And Doug is expert at this. I definitely get a different response just because it's the way I say things, not how I say things. And Doug, it's the best line. You always got to add it in 3/4 of the way through. You get hot and heavy. You make your points. You're polite, but you say, I know it's not
I know
you.
this is not your fault, but Mr. Hyatt Place is not here to yell at.
Totally
I'm just
brilliant.
very upset, so don't take it personal. I just need to yell.
Because then they all of a sudden feel like, it's not my fault. And you know what? I don't care about Hyatt either. Here, have a free room.
And they do the same shit when they're calling the fucking cable company. Please continue to hold. Your call is very important. How many times do you say, my call's very important, before I realize my call's not important at all, or you'd have hired more people to take this fucking call? I mean, I always yell from the Joe Lunch Bucket point of view. When I've been on the phone 40 fucking minutes trying to deal with a problem with your cell phone company or cable, where you go, if I was a regular fucking blue collar guy, that's my lunch hour. You just fucking, I didn't eat because my call's very important to you. Please continue to hold. Hey, while we have you stuck like a fucking mouse on a nail, here, let's advertise too.
Yeah.
Please continue to hold. Did you know you can also get this package? Hey, you can get stars. Like, now I have to listen to fucking advertising on top of this.
Fucking dicks.
So, so yeah, that's,
but it's in how you do it, how you approach it. And like Chaille said, you can say things a different way and people will interpret it a different way. You can also look at, the other day, my daughter wanted something to eat in the morning. I took her to McDonald's. We went over. She ordered some stuff. I thought she had just ordered a sandwich. She actually ordered a sandwich, some hash browns, coffee and stuff. And I pulled out my wallet and the guy, with my card, and the guy says, "Oh, you don't have cash, do you?" And I said, "No, I don't have cash. All I have is a card." He goes, "Well, my card machine is down right now." And then I just looked at him, and I looked at him with the intent of, how is that my fucking problem? And he immediately just said, "Well, I'll just let you have it this time." And we walked away with a bunch of free shit. And I had to look later. I said, I wonder how many people in line after me got free shit because they looked at them intimidated.
Well, yeah, because everyone else saw what he did and they go, "Oh, let's go dress up like a 6'2" angry biker."
Get on my shoulders.
Look doesn't work for everyone.
That's, well, all right.
I try to give that look and they put a helmet on me and say, "Oh, he's special needs." That was my angry look.
He's cute.
But I don't know if I've ever brought this up. I probably put it on back when I used to update my website in the days of ambition. And we used to do free groceries where we just pick up anything. This can of fucking club soda right here. As I put on my reading glasses.
That's what I'm laughing at.
Right there.
It's a store brand.
The point is everything in your cabinet You can look at and find an 800 number for your complaints or questions or comments, and you just call up and politely complain about the veracity, is that the right word, of your product, and they will send you free shit. You could eat for free. I think I know so many scams now. I wish I was broke enough that I needed to do them. But we sat down, and when we first moved to Bisbee, and we spent about an hour and a half, less than 2 hours, calling every fucking 800 number off of every product we had in the cabinets.
Weren't you doing it like every Tuesday?
You
had a rhythm to where like you would do it.
I think we tried to
week,
tried to start like doing it regularly, but it's like quitting smoking or exercise. We did it the one time funny, and we were making them into prank calls. I can only do fucking Saul Rosenberg from the Jerky Boys. Hello, yes, I tried your Rembrandt toothpaste. I use it all the time for years, but I got this last tube and it tasted tangential. It was stingy, and I was just making up dumb complaints. I'm on a limited budget. So just to make it fun to do, I just doing that, and we got, I think it was $235 worth of free shit in 90 minutes of phone calls, just calling up and saying, hey, you don't have to be funny. Just say it didn't taste right. I'm a long time customer, but there was something off with it, and I live so far at it, and they'll just send you usually more coupons than what you spent. That was the first time we did it. We got all these fucking free coupons in the mail. Then we realized what they ask for. They're going to ask for the UPC code. Then there's a stamp on, the usually with the expiration stamp. There's like three things they're going to ask for.
Number is what it's called.
So what you do is then we went back to Safeway and went to the giant size, like the 85 rolls of paper towels and toilet tissue and the jumbo expensive shit, and just wrote down what they're going to ask for without buying it, and then doubled down. You could eat for free. This if you follow that, this podcast should pay for you to come to the Vegas show on September 27th.
Quit your job now.
Fucking just doing that. If you just have the fucking an hour and a half, you can take that tip, go out and get yourself $1,000 worth of fucking groceries for you and your dumb kids, and then come to Vegas. Use that money to segue into Vegas, because we just stayed there after Salt Lake.
Absolutely. The Plaza. We stayed at the
running
Plaza.
More smooth than if I wrote shit down ahead of time. The Plaza Hotel is always been my favorite hotel in Vegas. It's downtown Vegas. I was asking them, is this where they filmed The Cooler? I said after I started getting on a fucking bad streak in roulette. But it is. It's that old school, shitty, still cheap Vegas. The Plaza Hotel is right next to the Greyhound bus station. So it's Vagrant Central.
I'm not familiar with Vegas. Is it the old part of Vegas? Fremont?
Yeah.
Okay, so Fremont, the
Golden Gate.
Gotcha.
The El
Fremont,
Cortez. I don't know if that's still there.
The Plaza is right across the street from the entrance to Fremont. And the Golden Gate Hotel has just been repurchased. It's been remodeled because the guy who is spearheading that whole thing on Fremont, he owns all the stages and everything like that. He turned the Golden Gate into a boutique hotel. So if you want to come out and you don't want to stay at the Plaza, try to get the Golden Gate.
The point is there's 8 hotels down there that are fucking dirt cheap.
Yep.
We got a suite for $79.
I looked it up, $39.
On the 27th of September, this is what we're doing. I think we've already told you, but I'm going to fucking keep plugging it because I want to sell out not just that hotel, but downtown for one show. September 27th, we do the show on Saturday. Everyone's fucking coming in for it. I don't know how many people we can get on the bill, but Sunday following is football, and they have a fucking huge sports book lounge. So I'm going to hang out with you fucking assholes for a day. All you people that want to bother me at a merch booth will have all goddamn day watching football on Sunday. Big game, Saints Cowboys is the night game. So fuck you faggot Cowboy fans. And I say faggot with fucking rainbows and cocks flying out of me.
The Plaza does have a sports book, and it does have like an area, a lounge area right there next to it. So it's not like we have to go anywhere else. And we've got a lot of people coming down already confirmed from Alaska.
Well, this is what I want to do. I got to write this up as an update because I haven't updated my site in like 7 years or I don't know. But the Plaza Hotel is right beside the bus station. So it's fucking Vagrant Central. But I was, after a 2-day drunk just coming out of there, I was just imagining a pilgrimage of my fans because my demographic is Greyhound bus. I want to give up a prize for whoever travels the furthest via Greyhound to get to the Plaza Hotel show on September 27th. The fucking idea of a fucking million. All you guys who say, hey, why don't you ever play fucking Chestnut, North Dakota? Hey, how about you get on a Greyhound
and make a plea for
a pilgrimage
to
Vegas, and I will fucking hang out and watch football, and we'll bet football. Put $1,000 on fucking Germany in that sports book. Didn't even watch the game. It was the one against Brazil. Chaille's over at the lounge where I can see him. So he'd turn around and lift his arms up and go, goal for Germany. And I'm playing roulette, wasting all the money I'm winning on Germany in real time. I had him put $1,000 on Germany. I'm losing it at roulette. Every goal fucking Germany scores, I just lost more money at roulette. Goal! I'm like, really? Goal? Another one? 4-0? Goal! 5-0? Fuck. Play 5. So yes, get on a fucking bus. Or not. You can take a plane. But yeah, get your hotel reservations now. There's only one show Saturday night, September 27th in Vegas. That's kind of my plug.
Yeah.
That's my copy.
So what are you going to do for the person that comes on a Greyhound?
I don't know. We'll figure that out. It's mid-July. We have time to figure it out. But yeah, you fucking travel a long way via Greyhound. I'll talk to you more than that fucking asshole I'm stuck talking to otherwise. Yeah, and Jersey up. Actually, no, fucking 70s it up. Find some fucking nice 70s wear because it's that kind of Vegas. It's old Vegas. This is not the Strip.
It's already
There's
a studio
no fucking dolphins or tigers or volcanoes.
Mob-owned Vegas.
Yeah, there's walkers. This is fucking Walking Dead Las Vegas. It's the coolest. It's still old Vegas.
You can like take your shoes off.
$1.99 shrimp cocktail shit.
Walk around in your socks.
That fucking guy. We saw some people.
Yeah.
I was a wicked asshole at the steakhouse. I remember that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was blacked out enough that it's like, how much are you down? And I go, I don't know because I can't remember how many times I went to the ATM or how often they would give me money because it was after midnight and it was the same day. So
yeah.
I'd just rather not know. Won $1,000 on Germany. Actually, 800 because they were a bit of a favorite.
But
so, yeah.
I did. You told me that if you had to be careful because we were there and you were going to be drinking and that you couldn't screw up.
Don't shit where you
Yeah.
eat. Remind me, Chaille, because I get in my moods, especially when I'm losing.
And there were 2 times where I'm like, remember, I think you were going to pull some.
The steakhouse was
You
once.
were going to
They gave me some fucking Golden Corral filet mignon. I'm like, come on, fuck it. Well, let's go
They
eat at the
understood that.
nice steakhouse. And they gave me some fucking piece of dry fucking shoe leather for $38. And I'm like, I didn't eat it. It's fucking garbage. Well, let me get the manager. And I'm like, look, my fucking fork should go through this for fucking $38. And I'm hitting it. And the fork is bouncing.
But wait,
but I did over tip.
But it was enough that they said, okay, they took it off the bill. And I thought, oh, good, we're going to get out of here. No problem. And as we're leaving, Bingo and I are like, let's just get out of here. And you go right to the manager. I'm like, we're out. They took it off the bill. You don't have to do this. And whatever you said to the manager, you must have been charming because it wasn't an issue.
Yeah, no, I said, just let the waiter know that it wasn't anything personal. He's a fantastic waiter. So I overtipped.
Good.
I tipped like 100%.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what you were going to say, and Bingo and I just left. But it did get, there was some shenanigans. I think you were going to pull in the elevator, and I'm like, come on, we're going to be back here. And then the TV be gone.
Oh, the TV be gone.
Yeah. Which I thought.
Oh, that'll be a sponsored today. Okay. TV be gone. It's a universal remote. Find it on Amazon. It shuts off or on any TV anywhere.
TV be gone on Amazon.
Why do we not get fucking Chad Shank copy next time? One more time.
TV be gone on Amazon. You gotta tell me something different to say that slang.
That's good.
Oh, but this was usually it's to turn off TVs where I use it because you usually in airports you're stuck watching fucking Nancy Grace, and no one gets to watch Nancy Grace, and I'm turning this off, and it's on a keychain so no one knows why the TV's going off.
It looks like a phone, doesn't it?
Well, that one I have a new one.
You have a different one.
I have a new one.
I mean, they're thinking it all the way through.
Yeah, they have them that look like cell phones, so no one knows that you're the guy. Well, you were the one who brought it out because they have a fucking band that was wicked awesome, 3-piece jazz trio at the Plaza.
The bass player played a stand-up bass. He was the original bass player for the Mike Douglas show. And then some kid playing drums, and they're all killer musicians. In the
and this wicked old black guy.
They sang great standards, did great jazz
and
songs.
They weren't going to shut off the TVs, which are all in the lounge. Like they're flanked by the
bank of them. Yeah,
widescreen TVs, and Chaille's like, you should have them shut off the TVs, and they go, they won't let us. And I went, oh, they won't. So we went up and got the TV be gone, but at that point they had talked the staff into turning them off anyway. So
how can anyone say as an excuse, I don't know who does that, or that can't be done? There's someone somewhere in those casinos that they can move cameras everywhere. They can turn shit on and off all over the place. And they basically, the pit boss and the manager were telling you, those TVs, they can't be turned on.
They know by your magnetic room key when you have gone in and out of your room. Like they'll fucking judge your like how long you stay in the casino versus the room on your player's card in casinos. They fucking watch that shit.
But they can't turn the TVs on or off.
There were shitty gigs. And you did Chad was on the Montana whatever run we did last year. Those are the kind of gigs you start out doing, but no one knows you. So it's just people who get a free coupon or paid $3.
Yeah.
And those places a lot of times would not shut off the TVs because there's a playoff game going on. And you're trying to do comedy. Music is one thing. Yeah. You can just keep playing. You don't need that full attention span like you do with comedy. You're doing comedy and everyone's watching the fucking Portland Trail Blazers in the playoffs against the Bulls and Michael Jordan and go, what the fuck? You know, like, and you really won't shut that off? Pool tables that are live and the cracking of fucking balls and shit talk on a pool table. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to piss. Pour a drink. Break time. Hey, if you have a great story, especially if you're in one of the towns we'll be touring on, check DougStanhope.com on the tour dates. Hey, if you're in that town, you have a great story you want to tell us on the podcast, we probably won't use you. But the only way we're going to find out is if you call 520-366-1078. That's 520-366-1078. That's our fucking burner phone for the podcast. And that way we can figure out if you can speak. We tried this before, Hennigan. We're like trying to get people who have good stories when we're in fuck off Wyoming or wherever. Hey, but then they what they do is they
Email.
it. Oh, well, you might be able to email, but then you can't talk when you get there. So
That makes sense.
yeah, so that's why we got this. Did you see this? It's the new Doug Stanhope
that.
burner phone.
I like that.
Yeah, Doug Stanhope podcast burner phone.
What's that number?
520-366-1078.
Sorry, did you say 520? Oh, 366-1078. I wasn't sure about that.
You have to do it in a sing-song way. That's how they do it in real commercials.
Already?
520-366-1078.
888.
All right. All right. You know what? Fuck this. Do a station ID.
We'd like this message was brought to you by Doritos. What?
No, your name, lady.
Roseanne Barr and Doritos. Crunchy corn chips, bitch.
And speaking of Vegas, Alaska's coming down. Evidently, the Beckers are coming down.
Becker's opening, right? Is that for sure?
No, nothing's for sure.
Okay.
But if he wants to, fuck yeah, I'll give him time.
Yeah, he's coming down. Duran, everyone knows from the podcast.
Andy Andrist should be hopefully.
Oh, great.
Well, I'm hoping. Maybe we can get Junior Stopka down there. Hey, let me plug that, but I want to get back to Vegas. But Junior Stopka is going on tour with JT Habersat. If you've seen me on they're doing this shit bare bones. They're fucking counting on you. You guys have seen Junior Stopka open for me. Follow him at Junior Stopka. Stop K-A. Junior Stopka. Fucking find out his dates and where they're going. I think it's August or September. They're doing a tour with JT Habersat. Is fucking great.
Him and JT.
I'm not even
going
going to try to spell JT Habersat, but there's 2 A's at the end. Fucking Google them. They're great.
I can put a link up on the show notes.
Yeah, I'll be tweeting that.
Both
shit.
hilarious fucking guys.
Yeah, but Chad Shank will be coming to Vegas. Can we tell a story? Because you just told me this story, and it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's tell.
Chad Shank. This is July 12th or 13th.
13th.
He's like, yeah, my wife and I, we're gonna make that road trip at the end of September to Vegas because we have to go anyway to check on her mother. Go ahead.
Well, because her brother, we don't talk to her mother that much, so her brother got a hold of us and said, do a welfare check on Mom. I can't get a hold of her. Well, short story is...
Who do you call for that, first of all?
The North Las Vegas Police Department.
All right.
And they... I don't know. It's fucked up, but I guess basically both times or 3 times we've did a welfare check. They go to the house... And somebody other than my mother-in-law comes to the door and says she's fine. And then they call us back and say, yeah, she's fine.
But they don't.
So it's been almost.
They don't show her.
No, we have no idea where she is. It's been, I don't know.
They could be just cashing.
It's been 8 months. Well, that's what I told them specifically. I'm like, she's on disability and they could be just cashing her checks and have her chained up somewhere or buried in the desert. Yeah, so can you check on this?
Bathtub full of lime.
They talk to somebody who says, yeah, she's good.
So I laugh at this story when Chad tells me this, and I go, wait, you're going to wait 2.5 months to go check this out? He goes, yeah, we don't really care about her all that much.
And they did just call. We got to check.
Well, how about we care enough to call? My wife's not ever going to listen to this.
So the big question is, will you be doing the welfare check before or after the show?
That is a good question because it will be after.
On the way to the airport?
It depends on if I'm down. Listen, I can't get any more money out of the ATM. I'm going to go see if I can cash one of her checks.
We literally factored in the hangover after Saturday night and then watching football on Sunday into when we were going to go. So probably Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. Get the. There's a couple good games. This Bears Packers is early. That's 9 a.m. That's a fucking tough one.
We can still put money on it. I mean, that's that's the beauty of that.
Yeah, but I do want to fucking legitimately fucking hang out with people. If you're gonna make a Greyhound pilgrimage, come out to, but the night game is gonna be the monster.
Yeah. Then we got to go to that TV
Oh shit!
bar.
Then wait, Monday we're gonna.
Oh yeah, that's what I said.
I'm amending it. We're gonna go to the mother-in-law's house Monday. I don't want to miss the night game.
That's what I was saying earlier. Dress fucking 70s retarded Caddyshack or just fucking suit up for football. Because I want to know who to mock if we're going to take over this sports book. Hennigan's working on maybe taking over a pool for a pool party during the day. I don't know if that's going to happen. But yeah, we're going to try to make this a fun. Yeah. I'm never going to do a cruise ship where we can all actually be appropriate. But yeah, old Vegas is Doug Stanhope Vegas. And we ain't getting thrown out of anything. Yeah. So yeah, jersey up. Because if you're a fucking Steelers fan or a Cowboys fan, I want to belittle you publicly. Get some shit talking going. Is that a podcast? What else do we have? Oh, wait. Fucking Bill Burr. You know, we listened to the World Cup on the radio. And then when that started slowing down, it wasn't every day. We caught up on the Bill Burr. And he always talks about fat shaming. And Chad Shank. Hang on. Exhale. He's getting high over here. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm being outed as a fat guy as we speak.
Your fucking Twitter handle is HD Fatty.
That has to do with my motorcycle.
I was going to say, I don't know what the HD stands.
Harley Davidson Fat Boy.
Fat Boy.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's a bullshit.
Anyway, well, you have a fat shaming app.
Carrot Fit. I searched fat shaming app on Google.
Carrot Fit? I thought it was Meat Carrot.
Meatcarrot.com, I think, is the website. But Carrot Fit is the Google search, which most lazy stoners will they don't want to type .com.
Yeah, Bill Burr always talks about fat shaming. So that's another sponsor, is meatcarrot.com, or Carrot Fit is the app.
Thank you, Bill Burr, for fat shaming. It's helped me, not very much, but sometimes it does temporarily help me to feel shitty about myself. So thank you.
You know what makes me feel shitty about myself? Bill Burr will never listen to this podcast.
That's true. No, yes, he will.
No, he's got fucking things to do. That guy's motivated. He goes on hikes and stuff. I just sit around looking at this equipment and doing nothing, going, well, shit, when am I going to have something to talk about? Fucking Chaille went bird watching at 7 o'clock in the morning the other day. And I was up because I haven't been able to sleep for shit. So I was up at 6:30 and he walks through. You want to go bird watching with me? No.
It was an interpretive walk at the San Pedro River with a couple of docents, one of them training, but still.
Hey, be careful at the San Pedro River. For entertainment, I look at the Craigslist personal ads.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and I was doing that before. The Howard Stern show sometimes does that, but I was looking at it before they mentioned it. It's some funny shit. Look at the Craigslist personal ads in your local area. It's funny as fuck.
And what does that have to do with the San Pedro River?
The San Pedro River is a very common gay blowjob meeting spot.
Oh, so he wasn't bird watching at all.
Yeah, bird watching, I think, is Craigslist code.
That's why he was complaining. It was only one other elderly couple and some other old guy.
You didn't even get the hint. I go, come on, you want to go check out the Peckers?
The Peckers are in bloom.
Zing! All right, Bisbee Blue Baseball next Friday, Saturday. Sarah Mega is going to be announcing, so that means I'll probably jump in the booth and do color. And it's our last game against the dreaded Douglas Diablos.
Actually, Saturday's the last game of the season, right?
Yep.
That's it.
Last home game, anyway.
What place are they in?
But I don't know, because two of the fucking 4 games got rained out this weekend, and they can't make them up.
And they're not
anymore.
making them up, no. So they were in second, but they were hovering between second and third.
I knew it was close.
First place they're solid. The team that's first place, I can't remember who it is. Is it Roswell?
I'm not White Sands, I think.
Alamogordo.
Pupfish.
Pupfish?
Oh, the Pupfish. That's right. Yeah. I couldn't remember anything when I get back from tour.
So this,
All right.
so it'll be this Friday and Saturday will be the last games.
Yeah, that's July, a week after World Cup, whatever that is.
We'll see you all there.
Like the 18th, 19th, or 19th, 20th of July, 2014, if you're just catching up in some other fucking era. If you're listening to this shit centuries from now, wondering what mankind was like, well, it was like this with microphones. Anything else?
Burner phone.
Yeah, call the burner phone. Well, you have our burner is 520-366-1078. Can you remember that, Chad?
366-520-1078.
No, 520 is our area code.
Oh, I said it backwards, huh?
Yeah.
520-366-1078. That's good for a
Now
stoner.
do it with radio voice. Call the burner phone.
Call the burner phone, 520-366-1078.
And now weather and traffic.
On the 9s.
All right, you're going to have to provide me with some written copy and a contract.
No, just do
before
the
I'm
number
gonna
again
send it.
and then go, coming up next, weather on the 9s.
Wait, I'm stoned. I forgot
Oh,
the number again.
you know what?
That's why I said to write some shit down.
We probably did this the last podcast, but I did want to shout out to the fucking most valuable player of World Cup was the radio announcer, Tommy Smith, the Irish guy. Oh, and then there's a header into the net, and there's another bulge in the back of the old onion bag. Fucking soccer on
And-
radio is fantastic. It's brilliant.
Ross Dyer as well.
Ross
he was
Dyer,
good
yes.
too.
They're cruel announcers. If the game is shit, they'll tell you it's shit. You know, if you watch Monday Night Football and it's like 52-7 in
try
the
to
early
spice
third
it up.
quarter, they try to make it seem like it's still important. These guys do the opposite. Oh, this is terrible service. It's a despicable display.
Are you still watching this shit?
They use the word
the
atrocious.
fact that they bring this atrocious
Ugh.
in the World Cup, you know, this is not Bush League. They wouldn't say that, but yes,
Schoolyard. You call it schoolyard play.
they just hammer them relentlessly. It was brilliant watching World Cup. We're gonna try to watch. Oh, coming up right now, fucking Portland Timber against the Seattle Sounders
In Seattle.
in Seattle. Fuck the Sounders.
Fuck the Sounders.
All right. We should get some fucking drops after this. That's the end of the podcast, but then we should get some drops from fucking Chad Shank. You're listening.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
that's it.
Have him play the Mattoid.
Oh, yeah. We always close on Play the Mattoid, so
Play the Mattoid.
how funny would it be if he gets work out of this?
I love the up inflection too, because
Chad Shank is available for work, but you better have your fucking P's and Q's together because he doesn't tolerate shit.
Be respectful.
He's hard to work with.
Be respectful. I'll punch you in the fucking head.
See? He can even do fucking terrestrial radio. All right, that's the podcast. Follow Chad Shank at HD Fatty. Harley Davidson Fat. HD Fatty. And Greg Chaille at Greg Chaille. And they keep you amused and updated from the road.
Play the Mattoid.
Party time.
You've been listening to the Doug Stanhope Podcast, recorded in the Funhouse in Bisbee, Arizona, with Doug Stanhope, Chad Shank, and Greg Chaille. Produced and edited by me, Chaille. Opening music by Mishka Shubale. Closing song by The Mattoid. Both available on iTunes. This podcast sponsored by TV Be Gone, available at Amazon.com. Also by the fat shaming app Carrot Fit, available at meetcarrot.com. MEET carrot.com. Also this October, look for Junior Stopka with JT Habersat in the Altercation Punk Comedy Tour. Check out dates at jtcomedy.com. Get your stories to Doug on the burner phone, 520-366-1078. The tour goes on, so check out DougStanhope.com for new dates. Thanks for listening.
Howl your house and suck your socks. It's party time, yeah. Oh baby, grab your craps and fuck your fox. It's party time. Grab your craps and fuck your fox. It's party time. Everybody, grab your craps and fuck your fox. It's party time. One more. Grab your Party time, 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 party time. Hey!